Hey nerds, welcome to another Brews and Brawl, where I play some historic Brawl and drink something that's definitely coffee and not water because I can't drink as much coffee as I used to. So today, we'll be looking at Garnet, Princess of Alexandria. This is one of the new commanders from Final Fantasy. 2 mana 2/2, human noble cleric with lifelink. Whenever they attack, you may remove a lore counter from each of any number of sagas you control, and then you put a +1/+1 counter on Garnet for each lore counter removed this way. Sorry if you hear meowing, my cat, every time I record, is coming and trying to bite my feet. And she's right under the desk. That's okay. So, the idea is pretty simple. We want to play a whole bunch of sagas, which is why we have this many, which is, I don't know, what do we have? 30, we have 28. So we have about a little more than a quarter of the deck is sagas. I had more in originally, but a lot of them didn't do enough that I really wanted to keep them. So some really powerful ones we have, Summon Titan is great. Obviously, we don't want to necessarily keep milling. So I like trying to get this to stage 2, and then I just keep around a 7/7 trample reach. Dion, if we can flip them, and then we can just keep putting counters on our creatures is really good. Elspeth Conquers Death. Elspeth Conquers Death. It's a mouthful. We can keep taxing our opponent or just exiling their things. Ajani, we can exile a creature repeatedly. There's just a lot of really cool sagas. I am missing some because I don't have enough wild cards for them. However, I think this is a good amount of them, and I usually feel like pretty good. Otherwise, we're playing a pretty standard Enchantress deck. Sith's Harvest Hand, Satyr Enchanter, Enchanter's Presence. Whenever we play enchantments, we get a draw. We do have Elspeth Stormslayer, since a lot of our sagas actually make tokens, so we can get extra tokens. Hallowed Haunting is a 4-mana enchantment. Whenever we cast an enchantment, we get a spirit, so we can get a whole bunch of spirits as we play more enchantments. Yeah, overall, it's just a really fun deck. We have Hardened Scales, and we have Uzlith the Shattered Spire to put more counters on our commander. I like these better than Doubling Season or Branching Evolution. They're cheaper, and we're only usually putting, well, I guess we're putting on multiple counters for if we have Doubling Season, so we get more. I like that they're a lot cheaper though. So I just realized that as I was talking. We're not just putting one, we're putting multiple. So those cards might be worth considering, but considering they're 3 or 5 mana, I really wanted to keep the deck a little bit leaner. Uzlith is great if our commander gets removed. We can then put the counters on another creature, or just back on our commander. Lava Spur Boots and Swiftfoot Boots are in the deck here, so our commander gets haste and some protection. We also have a Zusa Lost But Seeking somewhere. Here. Zusa Lost But Seeking. This is really great because some of these sagas we have just put lands directly into our hand. That way we can just kind of ramp even faster. Overall, this deck is a little slow, but it's a Enchantress control deck, so I really enjoy it. It is really fun to get a big Garnet and just start swinging. So let's jump into some games, see how it does, and then we'll go over the deck at the end and see what changes we might want to make. And yeah, and as always, you can find the link to the deck in the video description below over at moxfield.com. Not sponsored, but maybe one day. And yeah, all right, let's get into game number 1. All right, game number 1, and we're against Shintai of Life's Origin, so another Enchantress deck. All right, let's see how we do. We're on the draw. We have a pretty good curve. We can keep exiling, so this is fun. If we can keep Garnet out, we can repeatedly exile our opponent's creatures. If they ever remove this in Saga, or remove our commander and we don't get to trigger the Saga anymore, they do all come back. But usually if we're exiling a creature a turn, we're in a pretty good spot. Yeah, we're gonna keep this. It's a little slow, but we have the Fabled Passage to get the basic, so we can turn on both of our duels. And we might just draw a basic, ideally a Plains, but we'll see. Maybe people won't sound with this. All right, so we got the Forest, which we can just play instead. We want double white, but we're gonna get double white off of these. I don't think we want triple white necessarily, so I'll just play the Forest. we can get an untapped land we need later with this. All right, they're going pretty slow, so far so good. All right, Sheltered by Ghost is great in the deck. Our commander already has lifelink, but it gives it Ward 2, which is really important. Like, we want protection with it. So we'll just play the Verge, play Garnet. We're playing it into some open mana, and they're 5 colors, so they could just remove it. But I would rather do that and try to get like History of Benalia online and take that risk. Our commander's only 2, so it's not like it's hard to recast later. All right, yeah, so we're cooking with gas here. So now we gotta play History. Make a knight, go to combat, remove a counter from this. Have a 6-point life difference, and now we're making more 2/2s. It's of course great because they're not really interacting with us. So when we're up against like a lower interaction deck, it makes it just so much easier. Sterling Grove. Oh, I should probably put that in the deck. Actually, does this target? This doesn't target, so we could. All right. So let's see what they do. They could try to like kill our commander here. They can Fatal Push, Path to Exile, Swords to Plowshare, like any number of things. Cannot stop yawning. All right, well, we hit another duel, kind of. So let's... And they scoop it up. Well, that's not much of a game one. Let's see what happens the next one. All right, let's try this again. This is game number 2. It might be game number 1 for you. We had someone who just scooped at like 2 minutes. We're against Tatiova. We're going first. We have a really good turn here. I love this Saga because as long as we can keep it around, we can give our entire board over like several turns indestructible. It's really important to give our commander indestructible so we can attack freely and keep this around. This is like a solid hand. Turn 1, we get a Surveil land. We have Command Tower, play our commander on 2. We're against Tatiova, so the only removal I'm really worried about is like Beast Within, maybe, if that's on Arena, I don't remember. And like counter spells. I'm just doing this now. I don't care to like play super like correct in this. We'll leave that. We'll leave that on top. We have plenty of time to find lands because we're gonna play this. We can either play this or play this in Scry if we're missing lands. So we'll just play our commander here. They have a tapped land, so it's easy just to slam this down without counters. Without like worrying about a counter spell. Alrighty. That's just Command Tower. We hit our 4th land, so we're gonna play the games. Might get countered. If it does, it does. There's an argument to playing Era of Enlightenment. And they're gonna return it to our hand. Sure. It's actually fine, so we still make a human. And because it's 4 chapters, even though our commander got bounced back to our hand, that's still like okay. They play Dryad, sure. Sure. So we have a 4/4 now. So we can play our commander. Oh yeah, we play our commander, it goes up to 3 next turn. And then we can keep drawing cards. Let's play our... Let's scry real quick. Kodama's really good here. Gives all our modified creatures trample and ramps us. Then we'll play Garnet. And we'll swing in for 4 while we can. Pretty easy. So we have Elspeth's. Maybe I'm actually supposed to keep the land on top so I can play Elspeth's next turn. Instead, but what we're gonna end up doing is we're gonna end up drawing 2 cards anyways here. So maybe we'll hit a land. Unlucky. Okay. So we can play Kodama. This gets 2 counters. So it's 4. I think actually what we do here is we just play Uzalith. Maybe I'm supposed to play Birth into it first to see. And now we'll play Birth. Get a Plains, put the Plains into our hand. Go to combat. We'll leave that back. And let's see if they have a bounce spell again. All right. So now we have a 6/6. Let's see what they do. This is like, we're in a really good spot. All right, so they play a land, they're triggering Tatiova a bunch, drawing a bunch of cards, gaining a bunch of life. Usual land shenanigans. Sure. Sure thing. Yeah, we'll probably want to play... So they're going to Harrow, gain more life, draw more cards. Sure. All pretty bog standard stuff. What is nice, though, about Birth is we always have a land while we have, like, basic planes. Sure. All right, so they're just, like, digging pretty deep. I wonder if they're looking for, like, a Crater Hoof or something. This is a lot faster on Arena, at least, so... All right, what are they doing? So is that all they did? Okay. Let's go to Plains. Let's draw 2 cards. Okay, so we have 6 mana available. I really want to play this, but I think we're gonna Elspeth. I'm between Tatiova and Dryad. I think it's just Dryad here. Yeah. Yeah, I think we just do Dryad. So let's exile that. We could also exile this. Snakeskin Veil, sure. Go to combat. All right, 11/11 lifelink. They're down to 15. Let's see if we're dead this turn. Skewed Swarm and stuff like that, like, will just kind of wreck us, but let's see what they got. All right, they're going to grow from the ashes. Sure thing. Gain more life, draw more cards. I don't know what they're digging for. And we got to trigger this again. Baloths. Sure thing. Sure. So we really want to like ramp a little bit here. I really want to be able to play 2 spells in a turn. I just don't think we're going to be able to. I think that's okay though, because we have this to give our creature indestructible. So I think that's honestly fine. And then we can play this to give our creature vigilant, give our commander vigilance like next turn. So we just have like a potentially like vigilant, indestructible, lifelinking, trampling. Like it'll just have a bunch of keywords from the sagas. I mean, also next turn we can literally just exile Baloths. Like so. We'll see what they do here. And we're gonna keep digging too, right? We keep drawing cards. So they're at 24 here. But I mean, as long as we can give this indestructible, it doesn't really matter. I agree, Cat. Tatiova doing Tatiova things. This board's scary, but I unironically think we can just outpace it. Okay, that's actually massive. So let's just exile Baloths. Let's grab a Plains. Hitting all our land drops at least. Drawing 2, and we hit a Portable Hole, which can hit like a token, I guess. All right, let's play our Plains. So what do we got? We can play... How much mana do we have? 7? So we can't quite do what I want to do, which is unfortunate. So we will just play this. And we'll give this indestructible. And we can portable hole a beast. But I'm honestly okay discarding to hand size here. I think I'm good on lands. This, and this. I'd rather get the walls just so we have blockers. And we have to discard 2 cards, sure. Gourd, Thicket, and let's discard Satyr Enchanter at this point. Like, we're drawing 2 cards a turn. So, like, we're in a fine spot. All right, Hullbreak Horror, bouncing our commander. Sure. So, okay. So that gets rid of our, like, exiling loop. Now, if we can get haste, it doesn't. And we still have Strength of Endurance and Kodama. So maybe it's better to get rid of Tatiova, but they just replay it as the issue. So it's a little off center here. I just realized. Bouncing our token? They should just bounce our token. Sure. All right, we might not win this one, chat. Destroy an enchantment. Sure. All right, well, we were in a good spot. I don't think we are now. All right, what do we do on our turn? We go to 8. We can... I really don't think we have any board wipes in this deck. I should probably put one in if I don't. Yeah, it's just Tatiova doing Tatiova things. Yeah, if we don't draw like something really good here, it's like kind of ogre for us. Gain 2 life. Okay. So what do we even do here? Like, we can get rid of this. No, let's just try to do stuff. If they counter, this is just kind of over. Turn target spell you don't control its owner's hand. Yeah, they have an instant. All right, we're going to scoop that one up. All right, well, not a great showing. Like, we got, like, pretty aggro, and then they just did land things, and I didn't have interaction for Tatiova. It's hard what to target there. Like, if I get rid of Tatiova, they do just recast her. So, yeah, I don't know what was right there. But, yeah, let's try another game. All right, game number 3 against Sarah the Benevolent. Hopefully, it's not as bad of a stomp as Tatiova was, and hopefully they don't scoop after, like, 2 turns. We have a lot of Sagas in our openers here, but I think this is honestly a fine hand to keep. Let's play Lush Portico to start. And we'll leave that right on top, get our 4th land. Why not? Play a pretty good commander. Or a pretty good card, not their commander. Let's just Arid Mesa. Let's go and grab our commander. Let's grab a Temple Garden, pay 2 life, and just slam her down. So we're probably going to just play this and see if we... Can I help you, Kat? And see if we can't start just repeatedly exiling a thing. Or we'll play... Actually, let's play a Zusa. We're playing around Mana Tithe. So we got to play an additional land this turn. So let's play Flooded Strand as my cat walks across my desk. It's the cat tax. Please don't rub your face on the mic, though. I love you very much. And let's play Birth of Meletus. Get a plains. And let's go to combat. We'll leave it in there. We can still actually do this, so it's not a huge deal. Sure. Oh, this is cool. We can search for a legend. We have ambush. Search for a basic plains. Cool. Play a plains, play a plains. We just Viseju our commander back. Cat, what are you doing? And I'm debating between exiling Giada, which is probably just what I'm supposed to do over playing like history. I think we just get rid of a creature because they start making tokens with this. Let's just exile this. Or let's try to. Now we can't like do the loop I want where we like remove the counter to keep re-exiling something. Exile target, permanent opponent controls the mana value 3 or greater. Sure. So they don't get their card back because the Saga was removed. It didn't go to its last chapter. So that's great. And we can either search for a Sithis or we can just play Dion. So I will just play Dion here. And we'll attack. Remove some Sagas. And they scoop it up. Okay, well, what are you going to do? That's game number 3. Let's see if we can get a better 4th one going. All right, we are up against Yuna from, I think, the Commander Precons. I think. Yep. So it's like multicolored matters. Opponent's going first. So we've just had a bunch of issues with like not having enough lands. So I'm gonna mulligan this. All right, we have 3 lands here. We can keep this. We have 3 lands and stuff can't be countered. 4 lands. Okay, we're in a much better spot now. I'm just gonna crack this. I'm not bluffing anything. I don't care to. I mean, I should wait for like information, but yeah, we'll leave path right on top. All right. So far, so good. Path to exile. Let's just play a forest. We don't have any Sagas. If we draw a Saga, we'll be in like a good spot. But we don't have any Sagas to play right now, so I think I'll just play Destiny Spinner. Of course, with this, we're going to draw like a 3-mana Saga. But I'd rather wait to make sure we have like a Saga we can like play. So like turn 4, I'm a little bit more inclined to play my commander than right now, where it's another like 3 turns before we can do anything. Well, what are you gonna do? Joke's on me, I guess. All right, well, let's play our commander, and we can just hold up the path here, and we'll crack in. And what do you do? Any color, next creature spell enters 2 additional counters. Whenever another permanent you control is put into the graveyard. Journey, sure. On Destiny Spinner, sure. I will just take 2 here. I don't really care. Yeah, I want to hold path up. Just in case they have Spell Pierce? Alright, let's remove a counter. Gain some life. We can journey their creature. Every color. Yeah, I think I'm going to. I think we'll journey their creature. I played around the Spell Pierce. Alright, that's fine. So they're going to gain 3 life, and this one keep getting bigger. We're doing a very similar thing, though. Healer's Hawk, sure. And we can just keep throwing 1/1s, because we're going to just keep making 1/1s with Welcome to Sweet Tooth. Starfield Mystic. So We can like Witch Enchanter, get our creature back, or we just play it as a land. Pay 3. Either slam Tails or Elspeth. We're gonna slam Tails here. Give our commander Vigilance. Remove some counters. Now we have a 6/6. All right, this is going pretty good. I feel bad they haven't hit any lands. All right, so Evolution Witness. 1 in the air, they gain some life, sure. Put a counter, make a 1/1. So we can just exile that. And I think we're going to. Exile that. And they scoop it up. All right, let's run back another one. I want a little bit more back and forth. All right, we're up against Volo Guide to Monsters. Let's see how we do. All right, so we don't have any green in our opener. So I'm probably not going to ship this. Or I'm not going to keep it. I'm probably going to ship it back and see if we can't get something a little bit better. If we hit the green, we're like pretty happy because we have the boots. This is better. Mending of Dominaria is like weird. I might change this out. I feel like it could be good though. Chokibo. All right, we hit a land. Let's just grab a Surveil land here. Really like a land on top. Actually, Booties on top's okay too. Booties on top's good. I'm not too concerned. If they don't do anything and they just leave up mana open, I probably just play Boots, say go. See what they do. All right, they didn't do anything. I mean, I can just play. I feel like they're representing a counter spell. Let's force them to have it. Let's see if they have it. We'll see if they want to waste a counter spell on my boots. All right, they don't, so that's honestly fine. All right, well, they didn't do anything on their turn, so I just want to move this Path to Exile, and I'm being trolled. All right, well, let's attempt to kill this. They missed a land drop, so if they have a counter spell, maybe they want to keep their creature. And I guess I didn't want to like ramp them necessarily, but let's play a pathway on green, on white. We have a green land in hand. And let's just slam Kami. So what did they have? So they had target creature, I guess, because this resolved immediately, which means, or they had a non-creature combat, so like negate or something, because this wouldn't have resolved as quickly as it did. That's fine. So you need colorless specifically to exile the creature. Scythe Cat Cub, sure. Let's play you. Let's see if it's Spell Snare. It might be Spell Snare. Wash Away. Good card's good. I will say that. Good card is good. Thankfully, we do have Command Beacon, so we can just put it back in our hand. So I'm gonna like run a Singleton Waste for this, which would be kind of funny. They're just like Simic good stuff. If it's the second time. Okay. I don't know why I thought it was landfall, put a counter, and then also double it. I thought it was like stupid. Question is, do we command beacon our commander here? Yeah, I think we're going to. We hit a hardened skills. Let's just play Beseju. Let's play this. Let's go to combat. If they block, I'm okay with that. Let's move these over. And we can play hardened skills. Cool. All right. So they don't get a draw. Oh, no. Draws on the next one. This is the enter with a counter. Whenever you cast a creature spell, it doesn't share a creature with the creature you control. Sure. So we'll get in for 7 here. That's fine. We can pest infestation this out of here. So what do we want to do here? This does get us lands to play. This gets us bodies to like chump. I think I would rather get the lands. I mean, this doesn't play into Spell Pierce. I want to know what they have. So this issues, even if I attack and I remove counters from this, I only get 1 counter. Or I get 2, but I only go to 4 toughness. Question is, are they going to want to block? I don't think they're going to want to block this. They might, so they can draw a card off of that. But I'm going to take the, I'm going to take the bluff that they simply don't want to do that. So we can destroy this. I don't think I want to, though. Oops. No, let's just pass. Maybe I'm supposed to. Maybe I'm being a little greedy. Yeah, I think there's an argument to blocking, but if they don't have enough lands to recast Volo, then I understand why they wouldn't want to. And we gotta keep getting land, so at least we'll always beat. Well, like this draws us 2 cards, 1 ring, and this still has indestructible, right? Yeah. So they have to pay 1 to tap it to draw a card. We're just gonna throw Kami in front of it. Like, let's just get the enchantment off. Who cares? We're blocking a little damage. Yeah, we can keep deck thinning here. Which is great. We can play a land. So I think we honestly just play Dominaria, Mending of actually no, we want to play this. Yeah, we're gonna play this. Then we can also return Kami. They're gonna Spell Pierce that. An offer you can't refuse. So we just get 2 treasures. Do we just crack them both and make a human? Yeah, I guess we'll leave the treasure open. So we make a 1/1. Go to combat, and we can just remove 2 counters. All right, we have an 8/7. We're doing it just to get the attack trigger. Like, we're not going to gain life there. They have to be able to draw a whole bunch of stuff. So that's what they were holding up. Interesting. Cards, I think, fine in Commander. I don't think in 1v1 you should really be playing it. of one mind. I like this card a lot. It's almost a recall, like ish. See what they do. They have a Saga Wolf. This doesn't have indestructible, right? Okay. Great. Yeah, we're probably gonna blow that up. I don't know if there's actually a really... Nah. We can hold this back as a blocker for like a vanilla creature. This does have to just go though. Yeah, let's just keep deck thinning our forests. No reason not to. Let's play Fenrir. Let's grab a plains. Let's go to combat. Honk honk beep beep. They go to 2. And we can pest infestation for X is equal to 2. And we got him. All right. That felt like a game that could have gone less in our favor if they had hit lands. Jack did what we wanted it to do. We played Sagas, got a big beater, and just kind of swung in. So yeah. All right, I'll be back in a second with the wrap up. So overall, I really did like the deck. It's a little slow, it's a little clunky, so I don't know how competitive it actually is. It might make a better commander, just because EDH is a little bit slower. It's not 1v1, you have more life to play with. It would be kind of hard in Commander. I think there have been game states that have a lot of Sagas when I was like testing it before this. So that is something to keep in mind. However, I think overall the deck it's solid, it's fun. You can build it on a budget. I have mythics and stuff and like the mana base, but you could build this on like a really cheap budget and try throwing in just every Saga possible. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed. I'll see you guys on Monday. I'm gonna do this 5 days a week. I'm gonna try doing Brawl content 5 days a week. Like, comment, subscribe, and let me know if you want more content like this. And let me know what commander I should brew with next. Alrighty, nerds, I'll see you in the next one.